Hello, good evening to everyone. This is Justin, Top News PH. Magandang gabi doon sa lahat nating mga uh, kababayan, mga kaibigan sa labas ng bansa. If you're listening right now, good evening. And first, I would like to request you to press like, then share, then subscribe. Kahit pa isa-isa lang ng subscription, okay na sa akin. For tonight, actually this is an adjunct. The first broadcast I made a couple of hour ago. This was about. We'll be talking about as a continuation of the discussions we have, our comments, our reaction on the press conference of BP Sara this afternoon. This is with regards to her security. Talagang medyo alarming yung issue ng security ni BP Inday. Then later on, we will be discussing also uh, the issue on confidential fund, which she also answered in a very candid manner. Ngayon, with regards to dito nga sa security niya, there was a reporter who asked about the security, kung ano ng arrangement ang nangyari. Her answer is that AFP will be o might, no? Kasi sumulat na siya ng kay Browner with regard to her security, and they have not yet answered as of this time. Kaya she was expecting that they will pull out all the remaining AFP security officers na nandyan sa kanya ngayon. So, she will be left out with no security with the government. So, pero in my knowledge, it is illegal for an AFP Chief of Staff to disregard the mandate that he should provide a security officer or force that will protect the Vice President, and it is mandated by law, and it's in the Constitution of the Philippines to protect the first and the second. Ang term ni BP Sara, to protect the first and second. It is mandated and it's in the Constitution. And I don't know if uh, Browner, the AFP Chief of Staff, upon the instigation of her bosses in Malacanang, will push through with a plan of pulling out all the security personnel that are with BP Sara right now. Hindi pa naman ginawa yun. But ang content ng letter ni Inday, sabi niya, if you remove all my personnel and you will replace it with other personnel, she will not accept those personnel anymore. She will not accept, because sa totoo din naman, ang pag-provide ng security is based on trust and confidence of the person who's asking for that security, and especially for this very high position in government, and the second highest, she has the right to require that, na kailangan may trust ako and confidence doon sa ibibigay mong mga security personnel na magbabantay sa akin. It's very normal. Bakit kunin mo yung tao na wala, hindi mo kilala? Basta saan na lang. Kung planted yan, kung mayroong masamang balak yan, natural. You're going to protect yourself. Kailangan advance ang pag-iisip mo. Ngayon lang dumating yan. Ngayon lang ako nakikilala. Samantala yung mga security personnel ko, matagal na sa akin. Matagal na sa father ko as president. And I trusted them. Why should you made a move na alisin yan? And clearly, that is a sign, that's a threat to the life of the Vice President. Threat yan. Yun ang totoong threat. Di ba? Kinuha mo yung mga kapanalig niya. That for a long time, she's been uh, depending on the security officers for his life and the life of his family. For her life and the life of her family. So, yung ang nakakabahala. Then, she said na kung wala na talagang security, they're planning with her husband. Actually, she confided with her husband na maghanap na lang sila ng private security agency that who can provide the security for BP Inday. Napakalaking insulto yan if we wake up, mandate ninyo yan, hindi ba nyo alam na pwede kayong ma-court martial with that? Because that's in the Constitution and it's mandated by law. Lahat na involved dyan sa provision of security officer ka Inday na hindi gagawin ng trabaho nyo, ang responsibility nyo with regards to that matter will be court-martialed. Sigurado niyan. Siguro hindi pa ngayon because you're holding power. But later on, talagang matatamaan kayo dyan at delikado kayo. Baka nga, kung di natin alam, if this administration will last that long, maybe it will not last that long, nandyan pa kayo sa position. All your pensions and benefits will be forfeited kung magkaroon na kayong kaso. Kawawa kayo. Pero sabihin naman ninyo, I don't care about that. Kasi meron na kaming pakimkim na wala yan. Wala yan kung if you're mentioning about the amount. Di ba? These are allegations, but there's truth behind that. Di natin ma-deny yan. Totoo yan eh. But hindi nga lang tayo make a solid proof dahil wala tayong ebidensya. So, these are allegations. Ngayon, yun nga, their option is to hire a private agency, a private security agency that are providing services for protecting executive protection. They call it executive protection. And I don't know if they will be provided with arms. Siguro, meron din arms. Sabi ng iba, bakit? Baka daw private army yan. Paano maging private army that they are legal? And she's not saying na kukunin niya iminilip, imailip. Hindi naman. Hindi naman niya sinabi. Siguro yun ang impression ng the reporter that was asking that question. Yun ang impression niya na private army. But it's not because it's registered in the Philippines as a private security agency that provides executive protection. So, napakalaking sampal yan sa mga military. Lalo na yung mga generals na yan. You are receiving a lot of money, then ginaganyan yung Vice President natin. It's not only because of Inday. You are insulting the office of the Vice President. You must remember that this office was not appointed, this was elected in an election that was recorded in our history as the highest garnered votes in the history of the Philippine election, which is 32 million votes that she get. Tapos i-insultin na yung ganyan. At hindi naman pananakot yun, but tandaan mo ninyo na hindi umiikot ang bula. Ang mundo umiikot. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Kaya you should be careful doing that. But anyway, Inday is she's accepting that na kung kasi if Browner is keen talaga sa protection niya, she should not replace those security personnel na nagga-guard, ibalik pa nga niya kung nasa mabuting intention pa yan. Pero hindi naman ako maniwala na si Browner has his own decision. It's another persons or people up up there that decide for him. Kaya ganyan yan. Kaya yung mga honor code sa PMA, wala nang sinabi yung mga honor code ninyo. Ang dami ng mga graduates ninyo na mga walang hiya na rin eh. And you have not produced graduates na talagang meron, marami din naman. Pero retired na yung iba eh. Kaya nga magantay muna sila na maka-retire to protect their pension bago sila magsalita. Yan ang katotohanan. Pero kung nasa serbisyo pa sila, tahimik sila. Wala silang magagawa. That's the truth of it. So, ito ngayon, napakalungkot na ganyan ang nangyari sa ating Vice President. Ang nagpoprotekta ay mga civilian. Di ba? So, yun ang mangyayari. So, the resentment ng mga people, mga military, nasa military, meron ding nagagalit talaga. So, wala magawa, hanggang galit lang. Di ba? Kasi yung iba naman nag-decision with regards to this matter. Then, rejoinder lang doon sa case ng NBI, sinabi nga BP Inday should show ang mga mga evidence na talagang there was a threat to your life. Puro lang daw salita, which is para naman sa akin trabaho niyo to find out kung totoo ba yung mga charges na yan or not, or yung reklamo ni Inday or not. Bakit nagpahayag na yan publicly? But why can't you make a motu proprio investigation about that matter? At ngayon lang kayo nag-aakto. Kasi sinabi nyo that starting today, we will be conducting investigation. Ngayon lang, ang tagal na yan, nang nag-retire pa. Hindi nyo pinansin, ngayon lang nyo pinansin na may nag-utos sa inyo. Okay? Ngayon, sabi ni BP Inday, if you're talking about evidence, marami silang nakatago. They kept all this screen capture, photos, meron pang blotters, ng mga threats na naganap sa kanya. So talagang naka-record lahat. And, it's in their hands, the record. She was asked, bakit hindi nyo binigay sa NBI? I don't trust them. Yun na malaking sampal sa NBI. Bakit? Under ang administrative ng NBI is DOJ. Si Boeing Remulla. Ngayon pa lang yung mga undersecretary niya, nagsabi na a threat is a threat. Wala silang pakialam kung anong threat yan, basta threat yan. And they will file grave threats as well as violation of anti-terror law. Ganon yun. Kaya mali yung sinasabi ng NBI na ganyan. So, ngayon, nakalabasa na. If the time came, mapapakita ni Inday na meron talagang threat sa kanya. Dahil meron siya mga ebidensya na nahawakan. Sabi pa nga niya, I'm not trusting anybody na ngayon for this time. Dahil nga, naisip mo naman lahat na agency are working towards in destroying her name. So, ganyan nangyari. So, tungkol naman sa confidential fund, there were a lot of questions. Sabi na, bakit hindi niya i-divulge, bakit hindi niya sasabihin, kung ano talaga nangyari sa confidential fund. Talaga naman dapat hindi daw isabihin yan. Ganito na lang, maraming masisirang mga security agency na nasa gobyerno. She's implying na yung mga ISAF, NICA, yung mga yan, they will be put in risk dahil ang operation nila hanggang ngayon patuloy with regards to the security of the state. tapos ibubulgar mo yan. Hindi talaga sasagot siya. With regards to the use of funds, ang Kongreso, they are not the one with a mandate to conduct audit of funds, but it is COA. Kaya dapat si VP Sara, sa COA lang talaga siya sasagot, which she's doing. Kaya nga, meron silang mga notices, mga notices ng disallowance na sasagutin naman nila, na which are merely mga you have to complete some documents na kulang ang pag-submit nyo ng mga documents. Ngayon, with regards to the AR, yung mga acknowledgement receipts, actually this acknowledgement receipts, wala yan sa office ni BP Sara. Doon yan sa baba, sa mga disbursing officer. At ngayon, meron silang question doon sa mga acknowledgement receipts na yan. Dahil hindi yan dumaan sa chain of events doon sa pag-handle ng mga evidence. Kailangan yan may legal na paraan yan paano pag-handle ng mga ebidensya. Yung chain niya, tulad ng nakakahuli ka ng droga, kung kanino mo ibigay, pagkasunod kanino mo endorse, ganyan, naka-record yan lahat. The marking of evidence, kailangan importante yan para ma-acknowledge na authentic yung ebidensya na pinipresent mo. Diyan sa mga ERs na yan, walang ganyan. Kaya nga, kini-question daw ni BP Sara si Joel Chua, bakit sasagutin ka ng staff ko? Paano niya malaman na kung wala naman siyang capacity to answer your question, especially for those evidence na hindi naman marked as real and authentic, na galing talaga sa OVP or sa DepEd, yung mga acknowledgement na receipts na yan. Kung gawa-gawa lang yan, di ba? Yung mga maripiatos na gawa-gawa lang ninyo para masira si VP Sara. Di ba? Paano malaman? It was not marked as an evidence. So wala. Hindi yan tatanggapin din sa court. But because yung Congress naman is not a court, that's why you're doing that. Pero kung abogado ang kaharap mo, madaling baliin yan. Kasi Joel Chua, abogado naman. At ginagawa niya yan. So, klarong-klaro na sabi pa nga nila, na maging ebidensya yan. Hindi naman namin alam kung galing ba talaga yan sa amin o hindi. Di ba? So, doon pa lang, basag na yung nila. Actuations nila, yung mga pagbibintang nila with regards to the acknowledgement receipt. At saka si Inday, hindi humahawak ng pera yan. Diretso yan doon sa disbursing officer. Paano mo masabi na technical malversation, common responsibility? Pag mga ganyang cases kaya, those are personal crimes. Kung sinong gumawa ng krimen na yan, sa kanya lang yan. Di ba? Ganun. Ganun lang kasimple yan. So, doon sa confidential fund din, may nagtanong kung bakit ang DepEd merong confidential fund. Aside from the fact na kailangan malaman nila kung gaano ka-safe ang schools against doon sa mga recruitment ng mga NPA, which is reasonable naman talaga. Kasi hobby ng mga recruitment yung hobby of recruitment ng mga schools, ng mga bata na dinadala sa bundok para maging NPA. So, there's a need for a confidential fund. Diba? Then, aside from that, ang DepEd pala, yung mga depressed area, kasi one of the purpose daw ng DepEd is to establish schools in an area that are kailangan talaga ang school, nga depressed area. What are those depressed area? Kung nasaan yung insurgency, nandoon yung mga depressed area. Mga area na there is grave incidents of poverty. Kaya doon nila lagay kasi it entails national security. Ibig sabihin, marami maging rebelde dahil nga walang mga ganyang uh, programs ng government na ginagawa para the upliftment of the lives of the people, the poor people, para mawala sila sa level nila as poor. So, that's poverty alleviation. So, kailangan din nila alamin yung lugar kung safe ba maglagay dyan ng school. Gaano ba karami dyan ang mga supporter ng mga NPA? Oh. These jobs are done by the confidential fund para mapabilis yung pag-implement ng mga programs. That's why sa DepEd kailangan din ang confidential fund. Oh, yun ang reason dyan. Na hindi naman pwede sabihin yung details kasi confidential nga eh. At nagsabi si VP Sara na there is a law that prohibits a public official to say in public, to divulge in public uh, state secrets na involving her office. So mangyari niya, didemanda din siya. Kaya nga naisip ko, baka pinilit siya na mag-divulge ng mga regarding sa operations ng mga intelligence officers para at the end, i-charge din sa kanya yung sinabi niya. Nagiging trap yun. Eh, naisip ni Vipasara yan. Magiging trap. Oh, sabihin niya na ganito, si ano, nagbigay ng ano, dahil ganyan. Tapos papalabas kasi, papalabas, no, ba't sinabi mo yan? That's illegal. That's an illegal act. If you are a public officials and you're using your office for a program which is public, you can be charged. And if you're divulging secrets of the state, secrets of the operation using your confidential fund, pwede ka ma-charge. So, makita mo, sabi nga ni Sarah, what I'm saying, ano daw lumalabas sa bunganga niya, they're using it against her para ma-destroy siya. Yun na nangyari dun sa threat na yun. Na wala namang basis talaga na solid. Oh. Kaya nga, alam niya, maingat siya na hindi talaga siya sasagot in any inquiry about confidential fund because it's confidential. I will answer only doon sa COA. Hindi na wala namang power or responsibility ang Congress to conduct an audit sa mga officials ng gobyerno. Bakit sasagutin niya? Di ba? It's only COA and they are not remiss with their obligation to answer all inquiries, all queries from COA. Kaya nga, wala silang, na-cleared na sila for 2 quarters. Oh. 2 quarters na, may cleared sila. Ilang quarter na lang ang ini-audit ng COA. Oh. Tapos sabihin daw, violation yung confidential fund. Bakit pinagay ng presidente? Inaprubahan ng nasa NIP ng presidente, National Expenditure Program. Well, why you're saying that's illegal to have a confidential fund? It's a part of the contingent fund that the Office of Vice President is asking contingent fund niya to implement its program, which is alleviating poverty and national security. Kaya hiningin niya, binigay naman ng presidente. Then ang Congress approve it. Inaprubahan naman yung Congress. Ngayon, nang imbestigahan nila, wala silang nakitang allegation na binulsan niyo yung pera. Kaya anong ginawa nila? Misuse. Kaya nga, dyan sa AR na yan, acknowledgement receipt, yan lang nagbase sila ni Raul Manuel sa demanda nila right now, the impeachment case. Inaprubahan ng Congress, inaprubahan ng Presidente, tapos sabihin mo illegal yung pag-use ng confidential fund. Wala kayong kalukuhan yan. Ito naman sila Hakop, Westro, sino pa ba yung mga, sina Fernandez, Abante, that meron daw talagang anomaly dyan sa pag-use ng confidential fund. Kung meron pala, you file it in court. Then gamitin yung nyo. Gamitin ninyo ang mga ebidensya na that you were able to gather during your hearings. O saan na yun? 7 hearings, 10 hearings yung quad ko. Meron ba kayong nakitang mga solid evidence against BP Sara and PRRD? Wala. So you're wasting the money of the people. Ang mga tao ang gumastos dyan lahat. Mga kinakain nyo, sweldo nyo lahat. Pati yung ilaw dyan sa kongreso. Ngayon, meron din mention si BP Sara with regards to kasi sinabi nila na sinabi nila Martin ni Dan Fernandez din Abante na they are having these hearings in aid of legislation, to craft a legislation that will prevent the excessive use or the misuse of confidential funds. So, if your purpose is that, bakit si BP Inday lang? Bakit si BP Inday lang yung imbestigahan ninyo? Why don't you include in your investigation, in your hearings, the Office of the President, which is last 2023 spent around 10 billion. 10 billion, you can imagine. 10 billion pesos for the confidential fund of the President. Magkano kay BP Sara? Sa OBP, 125 million. Dito naman sa DepEd, kalahating billion, 500 million. Against 10 billion, and you cannot include that in your investigation to make a thorough study on how to legislate, to make a legislation that will help you minimize the misuse of confidential fund. Ang dami mga department na yan. Pati nga DSWD, meron ganyan eh. Meron confidential fund. Yung NICA, magkano yung confidential fund yan? Halos mahigit billion. Oh. Yung NSA, NSC, ilan ang ano niyan? Ang ISAP, yan dapat. Ang DILG, billions ang ano niyan. Millions, if not billion ang confidential fund yan. So, iimbestigan nyo paano ginamit. So, klarong-klaro, the longer you conduct your hearing, lalo kayong nabibisto na ang purpose talaga ninyo is to demonize BP Sara. Pero you failed in that process because a lot of people don't believe in your allegations. And medyo nabakla sa inyo dahil alam mo naman yung ugali ng mga Pilipino, they go for the underdog. Ay underdog si BP Sara, babae pa, pero mas matapang pa sa inyo. Wala kayong magawa. Ang lalong humigpit, dumami, yung mga dating may alinlangan sa kanilang pagtingin kay BP Sara, ngayon laging humigpit, laging naniniwala sa the way Sara defended herself. Walang sila mag-isa. Wala nga si PRD, hindi nga nagsasalita di ba? Minsan nagsasalita siya, but not really openly saying that I'm defending Sara. In fact, sabi pa nga niya, kayang-kaya yan ni Inday. Bahala siya dun. Kayang-kaya niya. Kung iba pa yan, buong angkan ang kakampi sa kanya. So, not in the Dutertes. They are very independent-minded. Silently siguro, they help each other, but this is to it na ikaw ang gagawa ng work na yan. So, we talk about the security, which is very alarming. Sana will take the right, Brunner will take the right decision. At itong regarding sa confidential fund, a lot of people who had unclear understanding of the confidential funds and their declaration ng mga left, mga nasa kaliwa with regards to the misuse of the funds was cleared by the explanation ng BP Sara. So ngayon, kung hindi pa kayo makumbinse, na wala na tayong magawa. But marami kasing before, except me, kasi matagal na talaga ako, ayaw sa mga Marcoses. Hindi naman na sa naging biktima ako, pero I know na talagang walang mangyari kung Marcos ang hawak sa gobyerno. Which was the disaster that happened sa country natin dahil maraming hindi naniwala eh. So right now, marami namang dating napaniwala kasi ang reason kasi nandoon si BP Sara, sumama sila. But sa dami na nandito na kay BP Sara. So I don't believe kung anything that will happen to BP Sara, there will be a major reaction of the people. Talagang magre-react ang mga tao. I hope, not violently, but I'm not sure. Ito lang, di ko ma-imagine na makulong si BP Sara. At maraming tao nagsabi sa akin, I don't know what will happen. I don't know personally, sabi nga ng iba. These are mga ex-military. I don't know what will I do. Lalamunin ko lang ang ganyang kasinungalingan, ang ganyang pang-aapi. Yan ang mga sinasabi nila sa akin. They will do something. And I hope this will not become violent situation. This will not bring down the country into a turmoil na out of control like what happened in Syria right now. Ang dami ng may hawak ng baril, marami ng grupo. Hindi don't know kung sinong susundin nila. Siguro far from happening here in the Philippines. But sana hindi na mangyari ang ganyan. And to prevent that, we should come together. Then probably we make a peaceful protest against what is happening in our country today. So kailangan ng involvement natin in a peaceful manner. If it's possible for us to go to the streets, we will go in a peaceful way. We shall prevent violent confrontation with the authorities. Pareho naman tayong Pilipino. So dapat ganyan sana mangyari. So with this, maraming salamat sa pagdalo ninyo. I hope I have given you some information that will help you analyze understand and analyze what is happening right now in our country. At with this talk tonight, happening tonight, maraming salamat sa pagdalo ninyo, and I hope you will like my channel, you will share, and you will subscribe. Please subscribe, kahit pa isa-isa lang, okay na yan. So, good night, and see you in my next broadcast.